LatkeVision 2020. So first she dishes, then she squashes. Look how perfectly flat they're going and perfectly portioned. The exact amount to each one. And we got our Lacke mixture here, which is from the LatkeVision Post, which we did many years ago.
This pan seems bigger on the bottom.
Is it?
A little bit.
Well, we have two different pans going. We have the Meissen carbon steel.
Well, they're both carbon steel.
They're both carbon steel. This is the Meissen carbon steel, and we have the Lodge pre-seasoned carbon steel, which is cheaper and completely flat on the bottom. Whereas the Meissen, which is the award-winning one that everyone wants and talks about, and make a big deal out of because it's supposed to be French blue steel clone essentially for less, does not have a flat bottom. It's like convex, so it wobbles, which for Florida, when a lot of us have electric stoves, is actually not a good thing. So far we like the cheaper Lodge carbon steel better. Now also, if you've got Induction, we have our Induction burner, we had one here before. Those things are also flat and glass tops. So those also require a flat pan. And that Meissen pan is not good for it because what happens is it gets a heat spot in the center on the convex, and you don't get even heat distribution. Hey, where'd my vodka drink go? It's over there.
Now, was the Meissen you bought, was that a 12-inch supposedly also?
That is the 12-inch Meissen.
And that's a 12-inch
And that's a 12-inch Lodge.
The Meissen, the bottom is bigger, but I don't like that it's not flat. Because you can see the oil pools on one side. It doesn't sit flat.
Is the smaller one that we bought also the same? Also not flat in the bottom?
I believe so.
That's really more optimized for a gas stove.
Or campfire. Now, our theory with latkes that we developed is that you want them to be about, if you're making latkes not just for one night, you're making a bunch, is to only cook them about 3/4 of the way, because they're going to get reheated at some point. So we don't cook them till dark brown.
I'm thinking we reheat them in the air fryer this year.
Whatever.
Get them nice and crispy.
But like most pancakes, you want them to look mostly cooked around the outside before turning them.
Now, for those of us who do not remember LatkeVision, frying oil is a combination of peanut oil and schmaltz. Schmaltz is rendered poultry fat. And that is what makes it taste old-timey grandma from the shtetl goodness. That's what makes them latkes. Especially also when they are cooked in that, when onions are cooked in that schmaltz and caramelized, is what gives you that flavor. Are you trying to put the first round of them?
No, I'm just making sure they're
Not sticking?
yes.
I would hope not. That's carbon steel.
Also, I'm doing the turn thing, because no matter how evenly things cook, the center is always hotter.
Right.
So I like to give them a little halfway turn so that they cook evenly, so they brown evenly.
I'm curious if we're getting any different results on the Lodge versus the Meissen.
I don't think so. I don't think we really will. I just don't like that the oil pools and that it doesn't sit flat. I mean, you can see the hot spot you got when you were trying to season this thing.
Yeah. Well, I think most of the photos I've seen of these things
Have a hot spot?
have some type of hot spot.
Because they're not even.
Right.
They don't lay flat. Besides, I'm a fan of Lodge anyway. We have Lodge cast iron.
I happen to love Lodge's products.
Hot. Yeah, it's hot. Gotta smush it all in one move.